It turns out that galaxies are spinning. And they're spinning for the same reason that the Earth is going around the Sun. It's because of gravity.
It's because of gravity. Now, the way it works is like this. The more massive the bodies in the galaxy, the more the gravity. The stronger the gravity, the sooner it will collapse. Fortunately, they are also spinning. The spin generates centrifugal forces, tending them to expand. If the galaxy and the spin is in perfect balance, the galaxy is stable. So all that is needed is to figure out how much mass we have and how fast they spin. But there is more than one galaxy, and all these are expanding from the central point where the Big Bang happened. We can therefore look at the present state of the universe and perceive the time since the Big Bang. But there is a problem. At the speed of expansion predicted by the Big Bang event, the matter in the universe would have dispersed so thinly 14 billion years after the event that we would not be able to see any other galaxies. We need less time between the Big Bang and the present. But there is a problem. Evolution is believed to take a very long time. First stellar evolution, then the evolution of life. The best estimates are that at least 14 billion years are required for evolution. Then how can we explain the relative density of the universe? Well, fortunately, science came up with the idea of invisible mass. Black holes and invisible matter will reduce the rate of expansion to a model that may just allow time for evolution. But how much mass do we need to make the observation fit the theory? Well, approximately 6 times more. That means 500% of the mass in the universe is missing.
So if you measure how fast a galaxy is spinning, then that tells you something about how strong is the gravity within that galaxy. And if you know how strong the gravity is within a galaxy, then you can say, well, how much stuff do you need to make that much gravity? Now, it just so happens that when you do this, for every single galaxy we've done it for, the numbers just do not agree. The spinning method, you find an answer that there's 5 times more stuff than the stuff that we can actually see directly. In other words, 6 times as much stuff in total. And because we haven't got a clue what's going on, we invent a cool name for the extra stuff and call it dark matter. And then you can do the same trick. You can say, well, how bright is all this stuff? And from how bright it is, you work out how much stuff do we think is there. And then you can measure how bent all of these images appear. And from how bent it is, you get how much gravity there is. And from how much gravity there is, you get how much stuff there is. And you end up with the same answer, that there seems to be 5 times more stuff in what we now call dark matter than there is stuff that you can see directly.
Note the exactness with which these conclusions are derived. How bright is the light? How bent is the light? How much gravity is needed to bend the light? How much stuff is needed to produce the gravity? This sounds like a tower of assumptions and suppositions stacked on top of each other, much like the Tower of Turtles from ancient times. Not much have changed, it seems. One seldom hear economists waffle such inexact values, and they have thoroughly screwed up the planet. I'm convinced if 1,000 scientists would do the same calculation, they would produce 1,000 unique answers. But like with most things scientific, they will proclaim, scientific consensus has it that 500% of the visible universe is invisible.
That there seems to be 5 times more stuff in what we now call dark matter than there is stuff that you can see directly. I have to tell you that 5/6 of the audience are very convinced, it's just that you can't see them.
Of course, there is a simpler explanation. Perhaps evolution never happened, and the universe simply is not that old, or that large. A young universe that is visible. Quite likely surrounding a plane called Earth, with fixed stars inside a firmament. I know it's a stretch, but we all have to put our faith in something. Even scientists have to believe 5 out of 6 of them are invisible. So before rejecting a stationary Earth at the center of a young universe, made by God, designed with your comfort and happiness in mind, do you have enough faith for the other option?